This video by saying I don't want any hate. I bought the game and I want to give my full honest opinion. So yeah, I spent 60 bucks on the game, and so I should be entitled to at least, have my own thoughts and what I have to say. Now, I've spent about 30 hours to maybe almost 40 hours on this game, and nothing can undo what time I've spent on this game. Now, I understand that Naughty Dog has probably been working on this game for 7 years, but to just throw it all away is really annoying me. I'm trying not to be extraordinarily frustrated by what kind of journey just befolded before my eyes. I understand that if you don't want to be spoiled, please just hop off of this video. Now, I want to say a few things. I don't want any hate, but I'm going to give my whole honest opinion. I liked this game up until Abby had to control the story. And then, although we've all hated her as a character, the story builds her as if you want to like that character. Now, don't get me wrong, Abby is like a military character, and I understand everyone doesn't like, oh, strong female protagonist. No, I understand. Trust me, dude, I don't want that kind of story shoved down my throat. But I think it portrays it in a very good way to make us like that character better than Ellie's decision, at least in the end, to make me almost want to throw my controller. But yeah, dude. Man, I hate the fact that you have to choose both sides of their stories, having to wash it down with like no water and having your throat just dry the whole story. Now, don't get me wrong, there's some serious scenes that really spark some emotion in you and put some like dirt in your eye, almost like Spider-Man does, but don't get me wrong, it wasn't the worst game that I've played, but it upsets me knowing that every single second that I did playing this game was meant for a revenge story that never ended up being a revenge story. Now, I'm gonna say this. There's moments like this in the game that made me absolutely joyful, and I'm gonna let it play out in just a second. Moments like Ellie trying to get over Joel's death was probably one of the hardest things for me to watch. And having her play the same songs was making the game change for me. And I'm not going to sit here and cry about it. Don't get me wrong, I think we're all upset about him dying, but just take a listen for yourself and enjoy this scene.
If I ever wanna lose you, but surely lose myself.
I understand Naughty Dog has spent countless hours trying to make this game very beautiful and portray it in the best possible way. I love it that Ellie is extremely happy to just straight out in pain, knowing that, like, everything that she's done is kind of just pointless. She realizes in the end that, maybe it was meant to be that Joel should have died because, she was upset about, him stopping her from curing the whole world. She would have rather just died, and all of it was kind of just for nothing. The whole journey. Man, you know what? I'm not even gonna continue talking about it, but the story, let me explain this. Half of the story was probably one of the best stories I have ever played in the entire PlayStation 4 gaming series that I ran. I love the first one. It's one of my favorite games of all time. But half of this game is absolutely beautiful. The other half I'm disgusted of. The gameplay was astonishing, but the story left an extraordinarily bad taste in my mouth that gave me absolute anger to knowing that they spent so long making this game. Now, believe it or not, I give this game a 6 out of 10. I would give it an 8 out of 10, given it the fact that if, maybe Ellie totally did for her revenge, but I'm not going to sit here and cry about it. And it was almost as bad as me running a story off about some cheesy ass running off to Mexico storylines. And you know what? I don't even want to think about it anymore. As much as I'm going to continue saying that through this whole video, I'm going to keep saying this. Buy this game when it's cheaper. I bought it for 60 bucks, so you didn't have to buy it at 60 bucks, but you know what? I want you to experience this game when it's cheaper. You should give your own review and hope that Naughty Dog doesn't make the same mistake, because I believe that everyone should learn from their mistakes. I'll see you guys on the next video.